I think New York dudes act the way we do is because some northern women will slap the shit out you. Like,
Welcome to another episode of the Dear 20 Something podcast. And today I have a very special guest. I know that I say that about all my guests, but this one for real, is a special one. Not more special than the others, but special. I have Elie here. I have Elie here. Okay. So, funny story. We met about 3 years ago and we kind of talked for, would you say a couple months or weeks?
a few months, a few months.
It was a roller coaster, okay?
Yeah,
And I was a completely different person. I think he was a completely different person. What'd you say?
I would say. I would
You-
definitely.
Or, or are you the same?
Um, People are who we are, but experiences definitely mold us and change us. So I definitely think I have more insight and more knowledge now than I did before. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, when see dating back, like when I first met you, I thought you were very like you communicated well, which is something that I didn't do. You communicated well, like you were fun, you were bubbly, and just different. But before we get into that, I want to introduce my friend. Make sure you guys, ladies and gentlemen, follow him on Instagram at you see it there, ELIEC underscore. Is that underscore or just one underscore?
underscore.
Okay. I mean, he's coming out with the outfits. Okay. He's changing up his style a little bit. He's out here growing and glowing and all that goodness, right?
Man, oh
I
man.
just want I just want to get into it, right? How would you say, right? So we talked about like 3 years ago, and like I said, I was a completely different person. What was your perception like of me and dating me back then?
I think it hasn't changed. I think we have grown up, but foundationally, I think I always thought, oh my God, this person is so bubbly, so
Yeah.
energetic, so fun, so pure. More than anything, I never thought you came from any place of malice or like you
Yeah.
came on some shady. Like you just real, like you just pure happiness. Like almost, I can call it childlike, but there was nothing child about you, but you was like childlike energy and goofy.
And that's all good things, but we definitely had like we definitely had our little issues. And I think the main issues that we had was maybe communication. So I was on that shit where I was just like, I'm gonna argue with you because I just want to argue and I want to see if you care. Like, and if you argue back with me, you care for real. And that's literally the games that most of the women are on. So what was your kind of because you would always say one thing that I remember about you, and I thought that was pretty significant, was that you would always be like, yo, chill out, like relax, like you're doing a lot right now. And I was like, okay, maybe I am. Like,
Um,
okay, maybe I am.
I, in honesty, I have to kind of admit that might not have been. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's a double edged sword in the sense that I think I wasn't as emotionally available. I was not making myself as emotionally available as possible
Ooh,
in that period of time. So it was easier for me to be like, yo, chill out and not argue with you because for me,
yeah.
I wasn't invested, or I wasn't, I didn't think I was invested.
Damn, you wasn't invested.
Well, I said I didn't think I was, but the thing is, oftentimes we get into situations thinking we're emotionally, we're numb, and then like, oh shit, I am feeling something here.
So, so with the women like dating now and us trying to understand men, and now we have Kevin Samuels with a high value man and shit. Like he's just throwing us for a fucking loop. Like what is being emotionally unavailable versus being emotionally available for a man? What does that look like?
Damn, that's a great question. Look at you, Oprah Winfrey.
You see me out here because
Go
I
ahead,
got this
get
mic
your
now.
money. So one time, sorry.
Okay, so for a young black man, successful
hmm
man, what does I'm emotionally unavailable versus I am available look like?
I would just say effort. Like
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, some people are good.
Effort can be like, I don't know.
It's
Because you
weird.
could be putting in effort and it just be like shady shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, like it depends on the guy. Like I think we get caught up and think that there's a universal answer for things like this, but there's not. But yeah, if you talk about a guy that has the means, like he's made. You know what I mean? Like he's a Kevin Samuels high value man, can buy you whatever. He's gonna do things in his means that usually don't mean anything to him, but can mean something to you.
Yeah.
So it could put the illusion that he's emotionally available when he's really not.
Wow.
So, yeah, yeah, and then there's guys that
I've been
again,
tricked. I've
yeah,
been tricked.
it's like it's a crazy world, man. Like you can't really tell. But I would say for majority of the guys that are like down to earth or like just regular guys, not on some Kevin Samuel shit, but not on some OD simpy
Yeah.
pick me either. I think just general effort and communication. Like if he's taking time and letting you know what his needs are, letting know what his wants are, his dreams are, where he wants to be. If somebody's letting you in their world like that, that kind of means something.
See, for me, like, I don't know. I'm big on actions, but sometimes actions can be misleading.
Hmm.
So with me out here in the dating world, it's kind of hard to like really pinpoint, like, this nigga's serious. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? And I think like with you, I can honestly say, at the couple months that we talked, that was when I was taking a break from my long-term situation, right? And I
Hmm.
met you.
Hmm.
Um, and what you did for me, I can honestly say, and like I think about it to this day, what you did for me was, I'm not saying you're the best, but that there's better out there.
Go and say it then. Stop playing with me.
You
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying? That there was better out there because of the experiences that we shared, like the conversations that we had, like just the fact that I could just be my like vulnerable self and like be my weird, like quirky self, and you'd be like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel like there's more out there. And for a very long time, I was like, I was in that "it ain't shit" type of mentality,
Hmm.
and maybe you weren't shit either, possibly at that time, because we're growing,
Who
we're getting
knows?
so we're getting better, but
Yeah.
at that time. Right? So
Uh,
possibly you were still in that phase, but the way that you treated me and like the things that we did, and the chemistry, honestly, that we shared, like it just made me see the world as a much bigger place and say, like let me not settle for things that I don't feel like will serve me for a very long time. So I kind of like, thank you. Okay, because now I can glow. And
I'm
spread
happy.
my wings.
I'm happy. That warms my soul. I appreciate that. Because I don't know. Guys hear a lot of things. Like there's a lot of. I'm not saying okay. Let's get this out the way for like. I'm not trying to play victim as a black man or anything like that. Like,
Yeah,
we know that in the black community, the number one, in the community in general, the most hated person in society is the black woman. Let's get that out the way. And
please. Okay, boom,
right,
bomb. Yeah.
that's that out the way. And the number one oppressor of black women are black men. They're lovers. Let's get that out the way, right?
Yes. Why do
But
you feel like that is? Can you just provide a little bit more context
it's
as
just
to like where that originates from in your perspective?
it's not perspective. It's like me. Like I'm facts. Like show me numbers. Like you can Google it. Like I don't gotta tell you. You don't gotta listen to
Yeah.
me. No, anybody on here can be like, oh, he's full of shit. Be like, all right, cool. Just go Google it. Like it's numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't lie about that. And just like after we see the numbers, we kind of have to reflect on it as a people. Like, all right, so what the fuck is going on? Like, why is it like this? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that being said, there
Mhm.
are men out there that aren't out there oppressing black women or women in general. So, and oftentimes because of the oppression that black women get, there's animosity, anger within our own community. So it's hard to
Mm,
navigate your own community and your spaces. So it's like it's just a whole fucked up situation. Feel me?
yeah.
So
Can
like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna cut you off.
So I was saying, as that, like, so in that whole fucked up situation, and being a black man that doesn't feel like he's oppressing or doesn't is not out there trying to oppress or doesn't hate black women, and hearing a lot of the negative talk and a nigga gotta be this, a nigga gotta be that,
Yeah.
a nigga ain't this, a nigga ain't that. So it's like it's kind of hard. So you kind of have to like walk your line and be true to who you are and know who you
Yeah.
want, what you want.
Why do you think, just in the culture, like we live in the social media age where it's just like if you don't have, like I said this before in a previous episode, if you don't have bands or if you don't have like a sculpted body or some shit like that, that you're not taking serious or you're not like loved properly. Like, why do you think in this culture that we live in today it's so hard to truly like love and like commit to a situation?
I don't got the answer, Sway. Uh,
But, like, what is your okay, so what is your answer in regards to dating? I'm not sure if you're dating, and I won't even go there, but, like, what have been your challenges? You can even say with me or with previous situations where you felt like, "Ah, she's cool, she's nice, she looks good, but I'm just not willing to, like, commit."
Hey man, honestly, it's just something you got to keep riding out. Like for me, it's like there's no qualifiers or like it's like this, right? I hate to bring it back. I'm only going to relate to things that I know about and I can talk about.
Yeah, please.
So I'm gonna talk about sports, right? So you don't see fucking LeBron James or Michael Jordan going there be like, all right, how do I make this team, right? You
Yeah,
don't, like it's not a team. I'm not trying to make it. I'm just trying to say like in in the best metaphors I could do, like this is what I'm trying to talk about. Like, how do you contribute to this person? How to contribute? How will that person contribute to me? Right? You don't see great players going out there like, all right, how am I going to contribute? No, they just go out
yeah,
there being their best selves. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you can do is what you can do. Like, don't try to be like, all right, I don't got this, I don't got that, but like, no, I mean, just be you, like, be the greatest
yeah,
you can be. And like, if the chemistry is there and it works with that team, it works with that person, it works. I mean, like a, nobody's the same on every team. Like, just because, you
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So it's like me and you had a chemistry in our chemical, whatever we made was that, but like that would be never be made again because like that was only special to us, right?
Yeah,
So me and the next person, I can only learn from that, kind of mold my person and my chemistry and who I am by myself and grow for me and maybe apply my lessons in the next one or the next one or the next one, the next one. So I think people have to stop trying to find it forever. If it sounds weird, like don't fixate on the forever. Just think about the experiences and the growth, and eventually
see,
somebody.
that's me. I'm a forever type of person. I think at one time I was like, "Ah, I think you could be my husband." Like, I'm a
Yeah,
forever type of ass person. Like, I just think like, "Oh, this is a vibe. Like, I like this. You're my husband." And, that's where I get that's where I get fucked up. That's where shit goes south for
yeah,
me.
you said
Um,
that. You said that. You said that.
you remember? I literally
Yeah,
remember the exact day and hour that I've said that. So that's where forever just kinda goes downhill.
yeah. I
But
heard you. Heard you. Heard you.
but okay, so a lot of the time, so one new thing that I've kind of been implementing in my dating life, right?
Hmm.
No matter how hard it is I ask whoever I'm dating to say, at the moment that you don't know that I'm not it, let me go. No matter how hard like it's going to be for you, and no matter how hard it's going to be for me, in the end, you're protecting me from any level of hurt, which is much greater in me seeing this thing out than you just telling me right then and then when you knew. And sometimes I feel like men like guide us along this roller coaster and they know like month 3 that this was never going to go anywhere. So it's just like, how do you personally, or do you let go with grace, or do you kind of just like you said, like write it out and then expect a woman to kind of like pick up the pieces for whenever it ends, like, because that's the thing. Like I know women, we're like emotional beings and like we think so deep into shit. Like I think the people that I have great connections with are all my husband. That's my problem. But it's just like, guys, like I feel like they give you this vibe, they give you this experience, they give you this attention, they give you this time, and in the back of their mind they know that they will never take you serious.
That's not.
So in that instance, you're building, oh, I can see this with this person, we can do this, we can do this is what our kids are gonna look like, they're gonna have some nice ass eyelashes, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, we're moving too fast, or I'm emotionally unavailable, or I'm not ready for this. And then a woman starts feeling like, why not me? Why, like I gave the best parts of me to you. Like why don't you choose me? Like why am I not enough? And we start questioning, and
That's
that's when our
yeah.
insecurities start to build. And so like are you in a phase where you take that into account into your dating, or are you still in the phase of just like, yeah, I'm just going, I'm riding the wave of the vibe and wherever that leads? Or can you?
Um, I think I'm a little more removed from that. But I would say it's not like one. It's not necessarily true because sometimes you may be the guy might generally like yeah, I like this person. This person is for me, but maybe not right now.
Yeah. But what is not right now? Like,
Listen, like I don't know. It's not like this thing we call like black love and
yeah,
forever. Like it's so many dimensions. It's not two dimensional. It's not three dimensional. It transcends. Like it's a lot. Like we can't just try to put it in a bottle and think like we got the answer now. Like it's not that. Like it's never gonna be that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like and
I
it changes from people to people. It changes from decade to decade. It changes from century to century, and from culture to culture. Like it's like you can't bottle this. Like you kind of have to go through it, be secure in who you are, what you bring, what you
yeah,
want. Say what you want. Don't be overbearing in what you want, and
yeah.
be amendable. That's all it is. I think that's all it is. But
So I have a couple points from what you just said, right? Okay. So, point number one, I personally like I've listened to a lot of Black love stories because I be dissecting the shit because I'm on the lookout.
mhm,
So I
mhm,
be dissecting the shit. And what I find congruent in all the stories is that when um, sometimes, but 90%, maybe 75% of the time, it seems like when a person knows, they know. And it's not always 100% clear, but you get this feeling that says, maybe I need to take a better look at this situation, or maybe I need to look a little bit more closely. That's why I'm always big on just like the moment that you don't know, tell me, please. And I've actually had that happen to me, which I was a little like, you could have just
you
waited,
gotta respect it.
rode the
You gotta
wave.
respect it. You gotta respect it, I guess. I
No,
don't know.
I eventually did. Like I'm not gonna lie, for a couple of weeks I was like, I hate this person for real. Like, but then I was just like, I mean, this is what I asked for, right? But okay, so outside of that, I also feel like I don't know, like just dating, I'd say dating now has definitely been a challenge because we have so many false realities that we have to fight against.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, and these false realities that we have to fight against, we don't always win. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, as much as like I find okay, so this is it. All right. So false realities for me. Like you said, I very much so operate out of a genuine space. Like I'm a lover. I'm not really a fighter. I like to argue a little bit to spice things up, but don't switch your eyes. I like to argue a bit to spice things up, but I'm not I'm more of a lover, I'd say, than a fighter. I'm goofy, I'm weird, I'm quirky, I like to laugh, right? However, in this dating world, I feel like guys like when I'm more of a like, I hate to say it, but bitch. Like they just get so much more attracted to that. And I just feel like I don't like they like to the chase and the like I don't know, and I don't know where that comes from, but it's just like that makes me operate out of a space that's not authentically me, and it feels weird.
Mm, mm.
But I feel like the more I'm more of like the more guys are like, yes, yes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like then that's that. I don't think that's the guy you want then, right? If that makes sense,
Yeah.
because he's operating with the fact that you're saying no, so it's making him want to sit like push further. That's kind of creepy, no?
I mean, yeah, it
Think
is.
about it,
That's why
think
I'm
about
so
it.
secure.
I can get that some guys do like the chase. Like a lot of guys are out here for the hunt or for the chase, like for like running it down. You
Yeah.
know, and if there's no rundown, I can see how it could be all right. There's no like, you know what I mean? Like there's no adrenaline. I can see how somebody would say that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, if somebody's like, if that's what it takes, then it's like,
Is it really
Yeah, right.
real?
Is it real? Is it
Yeah.
real? But again, guys are we as men are fucking weird, man. It's just we're
Yeah, you guys are weird as hell. And it's
weird as
very
hell.
hard to, like, understand not only the, like, mental of just a man, but the mental of a black man.
Mm.
Y'all are like you guys are, like, beautiful, but, like, just hard to kinda, like, understand at the same time, and it's just like
We're like
it's a
orchids.
tornado sometimes.
We're
Huh?
orchids. We're orchids, like the flower, the orchids. You know, just
Listen.
it's hard to maintain, but amazing to look at every
Listen,
now.
I am definitely my mom's always like, "Be open to love," and I am. I'm open to love, whether whatever shape, color, sizes it may come in, but I prefer black love. Like, that's just my thing, and, like, I want it to be black. Black as hell,
I
dark.
hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It's
No.
hard. It's a crazy world out there, and I feel for all my black women that only want black women, and shame on you niggas that are out
Listen,
here trying to
say
get
it again.
other things. But the whole hear me out. Like it was a journey. Don't I'm not. I don't want to get on national TV and like this nigga was lying. Like
Right,
this one.
and then somebody comes up to you with receipts like, "Nigga, well, you
Look
remember
at
at,
this. Like,
February."
listen, man. I've played in every sandbox. Like I've been around, not around, but I've experienced life, and through my experience and through my knowledge and through my learning from black women. Yeah, man. Just you niggas, come on, man, tighten up. We gotta tighten up as a people. But yeah, I feel for you, black women. Back to what you were
Yeah,
saying, I feel for black women that want black men. But again, like it's so hard out here. Like it's like the numbers are just whack. Like I think if somebody said it, or my man Dr. Umar, don't quote me too hard. I think
okay.
I think he's hilarious, but I'm not quoting him word for word. If every single black man chose a black woman, there would still be an abundance of black women left single and never married.
Wow. Wow. That's scary.
That is scary as hell. That's
That's
why
scary.
I look at it a little different when a black woman chooses outside of her race, because, like, who am I to deny her love if she may never have the chance? I forgot what the stat is, but
Yeah.
again, you can look up the stat. It's like 1 in 3 black women get married, some shit like that.
Wow,
Some,
wow.
something wild, something crazy. Like basically, the odds are like really stacked against them. So when I see that, for me as a black man, I make my stance hard, and I tell black women like, hey, look, the numbers are so stacked. Like you're better off just being happy in who you are, and happy in your experiences. Like, enjoy the date. Don't be like, all right,
Yeah,
don't be like, all right, is this the man I'm gonna marry? Like, let
yeah,
me
that's
let me
me.
fucking let me comb him out. Let me see what, like, if this is gonna be it. Nah, sit down and enjoy the day. See if like the chemistry that I was talking about before, if that bond happens, if it's a good mix, and from there you can figure that out. But
Yeah.
don't
So
go in
what
there
would you
like that.
I'm sorry. What would you say, like, the difference in Ellie maybe 5 years ago from the difference in Ellie today? And, like, what was a thing that was a catalyst to that growth? And kinda like I'm sure you're still growing because 'cause we're always continuously
Mhm.
growing. So what are you growing towards just in your dating life, I would say? And what are you looking for, especially in a woman, a Black woman? Hopefully. But in a woman in general.
All right. First of all, I'm not looking.
Okay.
All right, but I do like to see in black women, and my peers do like to see just fulfillment and happiness. Think about
Yeah.
it. Right? Think about it. You in a club, right? And whatever. Like you see a bunch of guys. The guys usually go to the group of girls that are having the most fun. Like the
Yeah.
ones that are shaking their ass, taking shots,
Yeah.
yelling, having a great
Hot
time.
girl summer.
They're having hot, like you see them. Oh, damn, they're having a good time over there. They look fulfilled. They look happy. They kind of want that for themselves, selfishly, and they kind of just want to go on and see what's going on over there, right? Most guys, my peers, from what I see, right? We see
Yeah.
a group of girls having fun. We want to go have fun with them, right? And then we see a group of girls that's kind of stush and standoffish. I'm from New York, so stush is like
Yeah.
bougie, whatever, right? So you
I
see
have a
girls
point against that too, but continue.
you see girls that are stush and standoffish and like looking like they don't want to be there. Why would I want to go over there? You
Yeah.
know, like have fun. Like I want you to like. It's like I'm not. The club may not be your scene. You may be there for somebody else, but whatever it is you're doing, find something that makes you feel fulfilled and happy. I think
Mm,
that's you attract that. That's what you attract. Good people towards you when you like having a good time.
people like light. I'm
Yeah.
learning that. Okay, they
Mhm.
like the light.
Heard you. Heard you.
Now, but one thing that I could say, okay, so I was living in New Jersey for a couple of years, moving down to Florida. I'm just gonna put this out here. The guys are not the same. It's so hard to date here because like the difference between northern men and southern men are so different. And I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like I miss up north like dating. Because I'd say the difference is, and I said this on like a different podcast, but I hate it here.tv on Instagram. Check it out. I'm episode 3 and 4, y'all. But the difference between up north and southern guys, I feel like up north guys, yeah, they may be on their games and their bullshit, just like every other guy on the planet. However, they're big on like respect and like you wouldn't say so? They're
I'm
big on
listening. I'm listening.
they're
That's
they're big on
that's my
respect and how they present themselves. I feel like Floridians, they really don't give a fuck for real. Like they're more a little bit more friendly, whereas up north guys are a little bit more mysterious, more reserved. They're the read the room type of guys, whereas Floridians, they're like, oh, let me hug on everybody, let me caress everybody, let me be super friendly with every freaking female. And it's just like now moving here, I feel like I took that for granted, like living up north. But now that I'm here, I'm just like, this is weird. Like, why is every guy like this? Like,
It's just I think I don't know. I was having this conversation with another black woman, and she was basically jacking that. Oh, that down south men are a little more courteous and they curt more, and like I guess I don't know what I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what's that.
I don't
They're
know.
just friendly. They're more friendly. Like you have always been like a mysterious, like I'm gonna be low key type of person. Like I'm not. I don't need to like showcase everything that I do. Like I want to keep my business low key. Now Floridians, they're like, this is what I'm doing. I'm outside. Like, and they're just super, super freaking friendly. And I think I'm learning that I like an unfriendly ass person. Like I'm friendly already, but I need you to be unfriendly. Yeah, as much as possible.
I heard you. I heard you. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you need to try out Louisiana or
Louisiana.
I don't know the fuck. I don't know. Listen. I don't know much of nothing. A wise man knows he knows nothing, right? So I know I don't know nothing about nothing enough to say anything about nobody from South from Florida or anything like that.
Yeah.
I can tell that of course there's cultural differences. Like I hear you. Like I'm not denying your experience as far as how these Florida men are, but I don't know. I don't know. I
Mhm.
get the New York thing. I guess I think New York dudes act the way we do is because some northern women will slap the shit out you. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a southern woman's not gonna really put her hands on you unless like I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think a southern woman's gonna like put her hands on you. A northern woman will put her hands on you. Like y'all will get it shaken. You
Have have you been scared of that?
Me getting yeah no. Well, I actually went to Houston the second time. I actually got robbed for my number.
What?
Yeah, like
Oh, how do you get robbed for your number?
listen, I don't know. It happened. So I'm walking into the spot, whatever, right? And like she's greeting everybody that I walk in with. I happen to be last. She comes up to me and says, "I got it on me." I'm like,
Oh.
it's Houston. I'm like, at first I'm like, I don't
Was
believe
her
it.
voice that deep?
It was pretty deep. It was pretty deep.
I got it on me. No.
Yeah, like real close to my ear. Like I got it on me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, at first I didn't believe it because like we're in a club. I'm like, oh shit, we're in Texas. They didn't pat us down. They really do that out here, right? I'm okay, she has it. It's like, let me get your Instagram. I'm like, all right. So I gave my Instagram and like just kind of got up out of there because I was scared to death. But at the same time, I felt secure because I had somebody that kind of liked me that had a gun, you know. So,
So what you get? You're the type that's gonna be hiding behind her, like, oh,
nigga, she got a gun. I can't
uh,
beat no gun. I can't beat. Let's Texas. I can't beat. I don't care how. I'm 6'3", 245 pounds. A bullet is gonna chew right through me. Listen, it don't matter how big I am. And you know the crazy part is it'll be a 5'2", 120 pound man shooting at me too. That's the crazy part.
because they have short man complex, unfortunately.
Whatever it
Let me
is,
say,
whatever it is.
Black women, we definitely like you to be gentlemen out there who possibly are single. We do like you, but we try not to what's the word? Discriminate. We try not to discriminate, but we definitely love you over 6 feet tall, if possible. 6 feet and plus. But again, we don't discriminate if you're a little, under that.
Yeah, you got to give
So
my brothers a shot. You got to give my short brothers a shot. Not the angry ones though. Not the angry ones that be trying
yeah,
to
because some of
beat
them
one.
feel like they have something to prove, and I just that's
Not
weird.
not the short angry ones, but like there's some good brothers out there that are short. Y'all need to come on, talk to them. Not what's the population of 6 foot men? Like I'm bringing out stats, baby. I wish I had my notepad on me.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, well, me personally, I definitely need a man over 6 feet tall. I definitely need him to be dark. I definitely need him to like just have something going on with his life because I'm gonna have something going on with my life and something to bring to the table at all times. So I'm gonna definitely need him to have a job, a good
There's,
job.
there's a lot of those dudes in prison. I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
no, no. See, that I can't do. I'm not saying like they're bad people. Okay, but this is something I can't do.
Oh,
It's something that I don't want. So I definitely look for a man who has ambition. I'm not saying you have to be at the pinnacle and when I meet you, but you definitely have to be in the pursuit of something because statistically speaking, black women are one of the I think the top like leading demographics of people who are opening small businesses and becoming entrepreneurs and things like that.
stats,
Especially
stats also say you're right. Back to just supporting what you're saying. Stats do say for a fact that the most educated person in America is the black woman. Most
and
time.
that's the thing. So
Mhm.
so it's like we're getting that where I do agree with Kevin Samuels is that listen, so where I do agree is that we are wisening up. We feel like we need to be like highly educated and have these big boss careers and I don't down them. We do and we love it. We love empowering ourselves and we love taking initiative and just walking into that boss bitch that we can. But within us walking into that boss bitch, it kind of like closes the gap of the type of men that I feel like we're opening up ourselves to. Not saying that men aren't motivated, but it's just a lot less of them that are. So now we're all fighting for the same man. And that's where it gets challenging.
Yeah, I didn't realize until like basically this year, like how much, like with all this whole Kevin Samuels and all this other type of stuff, and just again being in communication with some really dope black women. Um, how much like everybody, like a lot of black women are fighting for the same black men. Like
We are literally all in the same pool. Like we're in the same pool, fighting for the same man. And it's I don't know, it's challenging.
that's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm like, all right, it's challenging. It's challenging enough so like you shouldn't want to. I don't know, bro. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
I don't know the answers. It's a lot. Like 'cause I can't sit here and be like, don't fix yourself up. Don't be who you
yeah.
want to be. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like a nigga, he gonna want to look at you like, that's fine. I want that. Like that's just we all. That's human.
Can,
That's human. Whatever. Like we're gonna want something nice to look at. You know.
can you love based off of heart first, look
As a
second,
man, as a man,
or
no.
does it start with looks
It,
first?
it starts with looks. It doesn't end with looks. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all like, oh, if it didn't matter, nah. It starts with looks.
And okay, let's say originally you were just like, they're cute, but not too cute, but I'm gonna still mess with them.
Hmm.
And you find out they have a really great heart. Can that shift to like, I'm actually interested in that person?
For sure. For sure. For sure. Like that. Like
Yeah.
I think that's very popular. Actually, my cousin that's been married for a few years. He said like, yeah, man, like when I met my wife, like it's not like I thought she. Well, I'm not gonna say it out loud, which because not messing. So he was like, oh, she was the most drop dead gorgeous. Like, no, like
Right. She wasn't Beyonce, let's
she's not
say.
Beyonce, right? But like, let's keep it real. Like, no matter how beautiful a woman you get, there's always gonna be somebody more beautiful, right?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not until she's beautiful to you inside and out that
Mm,
her value speaks to you, right?
yeah.
So with that being said, it does start with looks. Like I'm not gonna say like don't give a damn about nothing you got on, don't give a damn about what you got going on. Like be presentable. Like I mean, not on some, not trying to be on some respectability politics shit, but like you know what I mean. Like be proud in your appearance. Like I would say, I'm scruffy as fuck right now. Excuse me, people, if y'all see this. I'm usually
You're
a little
fine.
more. I'm usually a little more tamed, but yeah, be proud in your appearance. Be happy with what you're saying, with what you got. You know, like walk into space confident and happy that you look good. You know, you look good.
Yeah. Is confidence a big thing, when you're meeting a woman for the first time, and can you pinpoint insecurity
Of
as
course,
a man?
I think there's a group of scumbag men out there that kind of chime off of insecurities and like they kind of prey off people that have insecurities. You know, but you can definitely tell insecurities. But for me personally, like I don't like to harp on insecurities. I kind of like to build big up. Like I mean, like if you don't like your hands, like I like your hands. You know.
Like, damn, them some sexy ass
Yeah,
hands.
you know what I'm saying like that's the type of time I'm on. Like, of
Yeah.
course, like if you're so moved by that, you so like hurt by it, like I really hate my hands. Like we gonna get your hands right then. You know what I'm saying like that's the type of
Yeah.
person I
That's dope. Look
am.
at you. Wow. That's dope.
There's some guys out there that like will break you down, make you feel not worthy because of your hands. Okay, like just this, we're just saying hands, but like, oh, I hate my
Yeah.
hands. Like, yeah, nobody gonna like them fucking hands. And
Yeah.
like,
Them ugly ass hands. Those hands look like chicken hands.
so they'll make fun of you and like kind of like put you in a prison within your own mind
Yeah.
because of your insecurity. And that's not dope. So I would say to women out there, know your insecurities, work with them, and just be happy in who you are and until these situations happy. You know, just be
As
happy. Make
as
it.
a man, what would you say your top 5 principles that you live by are?
That's a lot, bro. You gonna have to ask that on Instagram, but
All right, give us top 2.
I would say never enter a situation with malice.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like do no harm. Like don't go in a situation like I'm gonna fuck this whole shit up. Like that's whack. Don't go in there
yeah.
trying to ruin something. And leave the place better than you found it. That's something that somebody told me when I was young. I mean, I take that from everything, like from when I eat at a table to what if I'm at a park or anywhere I'm at. I'm not gonna leave it in a situation or in a condition worse than I found it or mess it up for the next person that's coming. You know.
Yeah.
So like if I leave somebody or if I leave a situation, if I leave a person, we're talking about people right now. If I leave a woman or even a friendship, if I leave a friendship, a person, whatever I leave, I'm gonna leave you with gems. I'm gonna leave you with you being the best
Mm,
person you can be. Sometimes that's bad for me because sometimes I don't know when to step out. You know what I mean? Like because I'm constantly feel like I'm building this person up, or I feel like this savior concept, which is not really
like
who you are.
Captain Saver, not a hoe, but a
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, you know what I mean? So like I feel like I should leave it better than I found it. So that's my thing. So you should
Mm.
always leave a situation better than you found it. Even if you're not gonna be with that person forever, like, you know, like what's it to you to like to help them out or like, you know, put them on game or something.
Now with that, when you try to leave a situation better than you found it, do you feel like people get a little bit attached to it and don't wanna let it go when it's time to let it go?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know.
It is what it is, and that's on period.
You gotta stand you gotta say what you mean and mean what you say.
Okay.
I mean you
Okay.
you don't got nothing in this world but oh that's another thing. That's my third. Whatever you say, you say you're gonna do something, do that shit. Like stand on what you
Be a
say.
man of your word,
Man of
or
your word. Man of your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do that shit.
all right. Well, I know your game is coming on shortly. So I wanted to say thank you for coming on. I know that you are a very private person, so this was probably big for you to come on, talk to the people, talk to the women out there. And I just want to say I appreciate you.
Oh wow, thanks, man.
And so one way that we end or close the Dear 20 Something podcast is that we always leave with a note. A note for the Dear 20 Somethings out there, just conquering dating, conquering just trying to find the a man that values her, builds her up, doesn't tear her down in any way. And wants to leave her better than she found it. So what is your advice or closing advice that you would like to leave for the Dear 20 Somethings
For the
listening?
women, for the
Yeah,
women or the men's? For the women,
both. Give them
okay.
both.
All right, bet. For the women, be happy. Find what makes you happy. Stay safe. It's a dangerous world out here for black women. It's a dangerous world out here for black people in general, but more so black women.
Yeah.
Black women have been holding down our culture forever. So I would like all my black women to find happiness in whatever it is. I hope you do not attach it with a soulmate, with a man, whatever have you. Find your happiness. Find what makes you happy, please. This luxury
Yeah.
thing, get that shit. Make yourself happy, and from your happiness, everything else will happen. For the black man, let's do better, man. Without unity, we will never advance as a people.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. I guess for me, what I would say to black women is to honestly just own your confidence, own who you are. Don't be in a rush to rush situations. Really
Mm-hmm.
read the freaking room. A man will show you if he's interested. A man will show you if he wants to build with you. A man will show you if he values you. So don't rush to get to home plate. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
spend some time on them damn bases, basically.
Yeah,
And I say
and
for black
enjoy
men,
those dates. Enjoy those days. Be present in the date.
suck them up, okay? Soak them.
Eat those. Eat the
But
unlimited bread. Eat the unlimited bread. I mean, just chill.
exactly. And then I'd say for men out there dating, let us know. Like honestly, just let us know. We are tired of going on the roller coaster that has no real true ending or ends in a reckless pile of shit. Basically. So the moment that you don't know, continue to let us know, like, hey, this isn't it. And I respect you enough to not bring you on a roller coaster of nowhereness. This ends
Sometimes,
today.
all right, a lot of guys do it on purpose. A lot of guys do it on purpose, but sometimes not on purpose. Sometimes it's like somebody can truly want to be with you forever and be like dig you with great chemistry, and he's just not in the
Yeah.
space for it. Like I know a situation going on right now. A homie's depressed. I mean, but like, and a woman is a good woman. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just he's not in the space to receive that right there. And if a man's not in the space to receive it, there's nothing you can do to make him receive it. That's why you have to be happy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Always make sure that when you enter a situation that your cup is full. So that if parts are leaving or entering don't fill you up, you've already come into a situation full, and hopefully they come into a situation full so that cup runneth over, queen. Okay, king. All right. So
Yeah.
Elie, I really appreciate you coming on, you sharing kind of like your viewpoints on dating. Because a lot of times we don't get to hear from a black man and what they're looking for and kind of like the things that they look for in women. Confidence is big. So I appreciate you just shedding that gem on us. And I guess we're over and out. Thank you again. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Dear 20 Something podcast. The goal is to always be real as fuck, relatable as fuck with the shit that we're dealing with in our 20s, man. This shit is not easy, especially throwing dating into the mix. But we over here and we're dealing with it and we're healing in the process. So I appreciate you guys, and we're over and out for real. Bye.
Peace.